Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants. Oh, for a moment I actually nearly forgot my intro. Jesus Christ, I'm getting old. Right, where was that? Oh, right. From the New York Post, about this idiot over here who doesn't seem to understand the very basics of, well, one second. I thought I told my extension here to give it a pause until I finish this video. Don't load it up, okay, little bitch? Right, conceal that. I think that's about it. That took me by surprise. Anyway, he doesn't seem to understand it comes from a video game, but, hey, people are dumb. Jim Carrey has announced that he's leaving, sorry, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 from the New York Post. Jim Carrey can't quit with lousy movie. Well, first and foremost, let's address that title. I don't think it's a lousy movie. There is a small woke moment in there. No, two woke moments in there. First and foremost, I think the black actress that they casted there is, it feels very much a diversity hire, as in, they did it for diversity purposes, because Hollywood is diverse as fuck. It just, she feels out of place. I don't know. It's if this was done like 10 years ago, I would say, yeah, okay, no problem. But it has been done in the last couple of years, and it kind of feels forced. Like, we need to make it diverse. Let's cast a black actress and make her marry a guy. It feels very much like that. I don't know how to put it. But it was, if this was done 10 years ago, I wouldn't have had this problem. That nagging feeling that they actually did that for the exact reason I just said. Right. Jim Carrey has announced that he's leaving acting behind. Quote, yeah, I'm retiring the actor 60 told Hollywood. I have enough. I've done enough. I'm enough. Well, the guy here didn't quite quote it. He said that he thinks he's probably retiring. Let me just answer this. I think so we good. Oops, whoopsie daisy. There you go. Oof. Page 6. From page 6. Jim Carrey says he's probably retiring. I've done enough. I'm retiring, yeah, probably. I'm being fairly serious. He then talks about dedicating time for himself and all of those things. It's normal, but I hope he at least makes Sonic 3, because he was a very good Dr. Robotnik. Albeit I wish they made him fat, you know, adding him one of those fat suits, because the guy was fat in the game. He was really fat. It was funny. And he became quite funny in that movie. So the casting was good. Just make him fat, for God's sake. Anyway. Go with God, Jim, but the comedy greats possible final films and isn't exactly going out on top. 2 years ago, the first Sonic was a surprise hit for Paramount. Even after the wave of bad press saying the terrifying CGI hedgehog we saw in the trailer was the stuff of nightmares. The filmmakers gave the little guy a makeover and the movie made a respectable $319 million at the box office. Respectable. Sorry, dude, but that was a lot. Yeah. Especially for what they invested in the movie, that was massive. And it was a good call, because the Sonic thing made was really bad. It was horrible. I think they would have made much less if they didn't actually repair Sonic. Now he looks adorable, like almost exactly like the character in the game, albeit they needed to make his eyes join together, like, you get it. But, where was I? There was a point that I was going to make. Oh well! that point, Sonic should have scooped up his magical golden rings and, like Carrie called it, quit. Why? It made a lot of money, people wanted more, and I thought for the except of that. Oh, and the voiceover of Tails. I always thought Tails was a dude. For some reason. I'm pretty sure. Either way, of that woke moment that I say it's nagging, beyond that, pretty much it. That's about it. So people did not want the woke garbage that came out during more or less at the same time. When was it? There were a few woke movies that came out during that time that was garbage. But I can always point out to Ghostbusters 2016 for the garbage it was that people didn't want to, but it seems some critics absolutely loved that shit. But... ooh, here we are! Right. But oh no, Hollywood's ravenous appetite is never fully satisfied. And so now we have an often grating sequel that shoves even more Sonic annoying animal friends. You do know they have a lot of friends in there. There are even a few relatively similar to Sonic clones-ish that I played on the later games that they just did not seem to care much about, but I do remember the most memorable ones was Sonic, Super Sonic, in which he becomes goldish, Tails, and Knuckles. In the form, anyway. And then there were the other characters that I just did not care about. Right, where was I? In the formulaic plot, his nemesis Dr. Robotnik, Harry, has been trapped in a mushroom planet. Holy shiitake! He yells since the end of the last adventure, but manages to escape and help a red Echnida named Knuckles. Find the legendary Master Emerald. The gem's though a cheap knockoff of the rings of the Ring of Power from Lord of the Rings. No, it's not, you absolute troglodyte! If you are going to make a comparison to the other rings in the Lord of the Rings lore, yeah, maybe. But if you are making it about the movie itself, no. Just no. Bringing its own thoughts or good or bad to life. No, it doesn't. The Lord of the Rings ring doesn't do that. Oh well. Sonic, who makes his own lame swear jokes, only sure bet. But must stop with the blue dude's blonde roommates from the fictional Green Hills, which is a nod to the first map of Sonic, Green Hills. Sheriff Tom and Maddie, she just did not feel right in there. I'm sorry, just out. At that wedding in Hawaii. Wait. Were they already married in the first movie? Anyway, for those of you who are curious about the hotel is hosting the ceremony, the characters repeatedly reminding us that the new 4th season of Wahoo, what is it? Sonic the Hedgehog, right? Okay. Our hero is joined by Tails, a courtesy fox with a Helion voice like Tails. On the chalkboard, that'll be more at home with kids, more in TV show than a cheeky live-action movie. Well, you should complain about that because they decided to cast a woman, so she's yeah, here's the voice of Tails, so blame her. You want to, right? I mean, it's not like you actually should have cast it, you know? Well, okay. Right, where was I? Oh, right. The movie so far of Sonic 2 for the budget was 90 million, so giving or take what publicity stuff, so they are nearly making it even. So I'm thinking 190, 180 million, so 40 million more to go. And it was premiered on March 30th on France, but it came out really in domestic box office in April 8th, so they're still in the first weekend, so they are easily going to make the 180 million to break even. So everything else after that, profit. And I'm actually being very generous here on the publicity and all the stuff being pretty much equal to the production of the movie. Anyway, where was I? Alright. The whole Enterprise is a textbook MacGuffin, a story in which the characters spend the runtime searching for a coveted object. The Mass Emerald isn't quite the Ark of the Covenant, and Sonic and Pals don't make too many exotic stops, just California, Siberia, Hawaii. I don't give a shit. They don't solve the complex clues, don't give a shit. The first Sonic worked unexpectedly well because it trusted a wisecracking alien into a small town filled with humans, a hog out of water, and gave Carrie the opportunity to once again do the physical comedy he's best known for. Oh, well. Now the novelty has worn off. No, it hasn't. The charms of the original have evaporated and there's nowhere to be, nowhere for the series to go. No. In fact, it did better than the first fucking movie. That's massive. That's like huge, dude. And the first movie actually even did the budget of the first movie. Here, going on the Wikipedia once again, the budget was 85 to 90 million. That's actually, considering the time more or less, it's with the inflation and all that, it's costed a bit more than the second one. And so far in the first opening, it did more than the first one. This one is the accumulation of the total it made in the openings of the movies, etc. And it was in 2022. No, 2020. And the word 2, not 2 for the number 2. Get it? Damn it, English. Sometimes you're confusing. But either way, it's proving to be even more of a hit than the first one. And one correction that the guy wrote in the article, which is wrong, it's not Green Hills, California. It's Green Hills, Montana. As you can see here. That's something that threw me off initially. And quite on point too. Because, blame my memory. Anyway, where was I? Novelty warrant, the chumps of the region have evaporated and there is nowhere for the series to go. Carrie is still riot as Robotnik, which is a mask-like role for him in that there is no emotion or heartwarming aspects. And he is forced to hoist up a high-budget mediocrity. I'd rather see Carrie and his career on a high note instead of a wine note. Well, I disagree. First and foremost, Mask was an absolutely incredible movie with emotion and heartwarming aspects. Hey, for me, comedy laughing is a heartwarming aspect. For you, I know. You seem completely and totally problematic in that. And you seem to be unable to, well, deal with the stuff of the movie, but that's on you, dude. That's completely on you. Get over it. It's a good movie. Oh, well, I still haven't seen Sonic 2, but I assume it's a good movie, and I'm thinking of seeing it. Well, anyway. In other words, this article here, it's definitely what you have been ranting about. I think you projected your insecurities in this article on Jim Carrey and on the Sonic 2 movie. Well, anyway, I just hope they haven't made Sonic 2 woke. Because, holy crap, I hate woke stuff. On that note, Sonic on Twitter is definitely far from woke. Sad. The person behind Twitter definitely likes to own people. Oh, that goddamn fucking hell, have a great fucking night. And if you like it, go watch Sonic 2.